welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
Pass to Robinson from outside the arc, and it's Doncic missing. And it's Holiday with the ball for Seattle. And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down. That's Luka Doncic, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
Here's Davis, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, when Davis gets that kind of positioning inside, he is pretty much automatic.
Banked it in off the glass.
High percentage look right off the bat.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keith. I asked him, how do you plan to deal with Luka Doncic? He laughed and said, I think that's a question the entire league is asking. Luka is amazing. He's been a superstar from day one, and what impresses me the most is his poise. Nothing seems to get to him. BA, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Basket counts.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Outside, Green. Good work defensively by Robinson.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Doncic with the bucket. And it's Seattle with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Davis. Oh, Robinson with a block. They retain possession. 3 on the clock. Can they get it? And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Here's the pick. Outside Holiday. Here he goes. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
What a take by Holiday. Even though he's a little older now, he still possesses impressive speed.
And here's Hunter from the arc. Seattle trails by 5. Down low. And it's Green missing.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And Hunter hits from deep.
A dead-eye catch-and-shoot guy. Hunter is someone you have to run off his shots.
And he gets the bucket. Davis has gotten his second bucket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And over the 5 decades of the Jazz franchise history, almost half of those years, they were coached by the great Jerry Sloan.
Well, the Jazz were a team that took on Jerry Sloan's toughness and a willingness to fight at all times. Those days are in the past, but they still echo in Utah.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Holiday with the ball. Now guarded by White. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Yeah, talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. 80 is towards the top of that list.
Now Doncic. 9 points in the game.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Dort. Beyond the arc. Doncic pulls down the board. And the Jazz with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. And the three-pointer goes.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's DiVincenzo. No made baskets yet. Driving to the basket. Here's Davis. Utah grabs the miss. There's 37 seconds left in the opening quarter. Utah moving the ball around. And here's Doncic outside. Another miss by Doncic. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Holiday. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. With 4 on the clock. And the layup is good by Doncic. Doncic has got 14 points for the game.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Utah. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Jazz.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on shooting.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, "I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life." Back to you.
Paying tribute. All right, thank you, Allie. And finished off by Davis.
And that's unbelievable. Davis sky high doing his thing.
Pass to Dort. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Knocks down the long J.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Left side, Davis. Over Williamson. Second shot opportunity. Doncic pulls down the board.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter. Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Now here's DiVincenzo. No points yet. The shot by Dort, no good. Doncic with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. White, good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Left side, Davis. And stolen by Williamson. And here's Doncic outside. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Doncic has got 6 here in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's DiVincenzo. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. It has been special watching Zion since he came into the league, hasn't it, Stan?
Look, B.A., I'll tell you this. Zion is unique in the way he plays the game. Not many guys are even capable of doing the things he does. Players like him don't come around often.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
Robinson can't hit. Seattle trails by 21. Pass to Burks. Out to DiVincenzo. Davis, a screen. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. Rebound, Utah.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's DiVincenzo, following the 3 by Utah. Right side, Davis. And that one drops for him. Davis has got 10 points.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Outside White. Robinson on the wing. 3-pointer, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The putback. Hunter with the rebound. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. For 3, Robinson. Counted from distance. He's got 6.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Utah. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25.
Luka Doncic.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Inside, Davis. And a nice finish on the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Hunter on the wing. Back to Doncic. Over Dort. And it's Doncic missing. Seattle on offense. Davis can't hit. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second. From deep. And Luka Doncic good for 3. Doncic has got 23.
And their offense tonight is Luka, Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
And Seattle calls time here.
Now into the lineup for Seattle. Robert Williams.
To the paint. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Doncic. It's Williamson with the drive. And he can't jam it through. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Jazz. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. Back to the game after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Robinson on the wing. That 3's off the mark. Here's Collier. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
Substitution.
Both teams will make substitutions. Davis, a screen. To the inside. And finished off by Davis.
Well, that's part of the value of DiVincenzo. He can run offense and set up others.
Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
The three, DiVincenzo nails it from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Doncic, no good. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. And after not winning a title for the first 11 years of his career, Jrue Holiday finally breaks through in 2021, Coach.
And another in 2024. Wherever Holiday has gone during his career, he's fit like a glove, B.A. He's an experienced veteran and a leader both on and off the floor.
Back to Doncic. Robinson. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. 6 points for Mitchell Robinson.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Robinson. Pass to Robinson. Clock at 6. Off target from the wing. Seattle on offense. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Back to you, Ryan.
Keeping that edge. Thanks much for the report, Allie. And the ball out of play. The Jazz will have it. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside Robinson. Oh my! Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, Robinson has heard a lot of criticism throughout the years, but the numbers show he's one of the most prolific three-point shooters in league history.
And he nails the third. And Seattle calls time here.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Here's Collier. Outside Burks. Will it go? The rebound by Post.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work. Here's Collier. Trent with the defensive effort. Pass to White. Oh, deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds with the Jazz retaining possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Utah making a switch here. Timeout called, the Jazz. Seattle making some changes. minute and a half left to play in the third. Back to Dosunmu. Pass to Van Vliet. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Green. And so Holiday will bring it up for Seattle. Dort for three. Fires in the triple. Dort's got 6.
After a brutal first half from the field, their shots are finally starting to fall.
Here's Van Vliet.
Fred VanVleet.
Connects. The jumper drops.
Keeping the game simple. Van Vliet just working the defense and taking what he sees there.
Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
Right at the free throw line. Davis with the defensive effort. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Dort for three. And again, Seattle with a triple.
You talk about a guy who made himself into a solid three-point shooter. Lu Dort.
Seattle moving the ball around. Davis can't hit. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Seattle pulls it in. He goes up, and then Davis punches it home.
It's been a blowout thus far, but they're trying to get back into the game.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And so it's Utah, feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. Their efficiency has
63.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Now here's Doncic. Pass to Hunter. Doncic outside. Up top, Robinson. No good. In and out off the rim. And here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
You know, the best thing about AD is he can contribute in every statistical category.
Pass to Hunter. The three is up. On target from range. And the Jazz lead by 19.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The ultimate team player. Green does all the little things that end up making a big difference.
Back to Robinson. From behind the arc. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Back to Doncic. Here's the three. And it's Robinson with the three. Robinson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Utah leading by 19. Doncic with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
It's Holiday with a drive. Driving in. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Robinson. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to White. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to White. Takes a 3. Doncic outside. Robinson can't hit. Seattle trails by 19. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Well, believe it or not, that's only his first turnover. Taking care of the ball.
And that one's good.
Well, Robinson not known for his passing, but he will move the ball when that's what's called for.
Outside for Dort. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is the league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas are all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, B.A. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
From deep, and another miss by Utah. And it's Seattle with the ball. Knocks it loose. Pass to Davis. Out to DiVincenzo. Back to Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 30.
Well, second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Outside Robinson. Back to White. Misses the 3. Seattle trails by 20.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Jazz.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Back to Pippen. Utah moving the ball around. Trent outside. Pass to Robinson. The Jazz again can't hit. Works for 3. Yes, sir, with the 3. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the 4th. From downtown. Money from 3. So it's Utah now. It's a 14-point game. Pippen with it. Six on the shot clock. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Coming onto the floor for Seattle, Robert Williams, Gigi Jackson, Dante Exum.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one.